And welcome back to another episode of the Role Players, episode 4. First, we have Avery Heath filling in for Bakes. Bakes couldn't make it tonight, so we have him talking some hoops, talking some NFL again. But before we get into that, we have a special guest. You may know him as former Mr. Basketball of Ohio, former UA legend. Now is a guard, wing, forward for Notre Dame, currently on the top half of the ACC, Mr. Dane Goodwin. Round of applause.
Goes.
Dana, thank you for joining us. First, how's this last week been? I know you guys played at Virginia Tech, and you guys stayed and played at Howard. How's kind of this last week been for you guys?
Yeah, it's staying busy, to be honest. Played at VT on Saturday, bus to Howard Saturday night. Got in DC about 1:30 in the morning, and stayed the weekend there. Got to walk around a little bit, which is cool. But and then played at Howard on Monday afternoon, which is also a cool experience, especially on MLK Day. Cool to be around that environment and come out with the W.
Yeah, so sticking on that, at Howard, it was a cool MLK Day. Kind of gave me vibes of UA Northland a little bit, especially in that gym, kind of crazy. I think the PA announcer was like from Rucker Park. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen on TV in my life. Kind of how was that atmosphere and how was that game?
Yeah, I definitely felt the UA high school vibes a little bit. Announcer was making sure to give us some shit at the beginning of the game, pulling out all the stops, trying to get us rattled a little bit. But no, it was cool. I mean, obviously it's a little different than what we're used to. But to be in that environment, especially on that day, it was cool. And it was great to finally, come out with the win, even though it was a little closer than we may have wanted it to be.
Now, did you guys – so was that kind of last minute, or did you guys know that you guys were going to go and play at Howard?
It was actually in the works for last year. And at the time, this time last year, Howard had some COVID issues, so it never really happened. And Coach Bray was always keen on, making it happen in the end because, it was kind of a big thing for the whole university. It wasn't just our basketball program, but everyone involved as well, especially on MLK Day and being able to go to DC and play in that game. So it was always something that we wanted to make happen in the end, and I was glad that we finally did it this year.
Yeah, that was a great game. So now kind of getting into the questions, we'll all ask you a couple questions. So you guys are in the top half of the ACC, 4-2, 11-6. You guys are in good position come March. Kind of what makes this team different than your past teams that you've played on at Notre Dame?
I would say a collective confidence. My group that I came in with, me, Nate Leszewski, Prentice Hub, we've played in enough of those big games where it's kind of now or never. We kind of have that feeling collectively, and we really feel like we have a shot this year to make a deep run. And obviously it's something that we've always wanted to do, even though we haven't done it in our first 3 years. So, coming up this year, it's been our main goal is making the tournament, and obviously having a great ACC schedule as we go as well. But making sure we take care of these games and then leading that into March is definitely our biggest goal right now, I'd say.
Heath?
What have you worked on specifically from last year to this year? Improve your game.
I don't know. That's a good question. Basically everything. Obviously, you don't want to focus on one thing. But I would say the biggest thing we touched upon this offseason was our defense. We really believe it or not. No, we changed a lot of things. We had a few coaching changes. So, going with that, I kind of changed the defense a little bit. Obviously, some new guys coming in, new coaches, new players, just figuring out the system a little bit, which has obviously helped. But I'd say just a multitude of things. I think my confidence has really helped me this year. just knowing when my shots are coming, knowing that I kind of got to take a bigger role coming in this year as well. So just a mix of things, and honestly, it's been a team-wide effort. It hasn't just been myself. We're playing better together on both ends of the floor, which I think has really helped as well. So all of that combined, and then just little things here and there has helped me so far.
So after the Crossroads Classic, you guys were kind of reeling. You guys were one game under 500. Then you guys kind of picked it up, won 7 of your last 8. Kind of what was the difference in your eyes, kind of your run so far these past 8 games?
I would have to say it had to be that run in with you, Jibo, right after the IU game, and Burke. No, I think we just kind of realized, this is, like I said, it's now or never. We kind of had to, just buckle down and do it. And I think it started out, we had we played 2 days after the IU game, which really helped. Just kind of a quick turnaround. Didn't have to think about it too much, and just went out and played again. We played well that Monday, and then played again on Wednesday, right before winter break. So in those 2 games were big, and then rolled into the ACC, games, and kept it going a little bit, and then obviously picking up big wins against Carolina, Clemson, Georgia Tech, and Pittsburgh all really helped. And now we're kind of into the thick of it. So staying busy and staying on top of everything is obviously huge, and that's our plan moving forward.
Heath?
What makes you and Blake Wesley such a good tandem?
I would have to say Blake is not shy. He has a lot of confidence, which has been great. And he's kind of came in just aggressive. He's really played his own game, and you can see just how talented he is. He's one of the best freshmen in the country, I think, and he's really played well for us so far. And him being aggressive has obviously helped us, and he's making plays for people. He's making plays for himself. So him staying aggressive and doing what he can to help us is obviously been huge, and we're going to need that moving forward as well.
The original question was Prentice Hub, but I think you and I know I'd trade him for a box of Cheetos. So, Biggs?
You played at a lot of cool places. I know you got the Yum Center in Louisville on Saturday. What's it like to play at places like Cameron Indoor, the Carrier Dome, and Madison Square Garden for the tourney?
Yeah, so I've talked about this with a lot of people. Actually, my freshman year. So my freshman year, we weren't that great. Really struggled, and because we were really young and just kind of one of those bad years for everybody. And but my freshman year alone, so I played in there's a few college basketball places that are just top of the top. And my freshman year, we played at Madison Square Garden, played at the Dean Dome at Carolina. We played at Pauley Pavilion at UCLA just in my freshman year alone. And it's just really cool. I mean, the ACC has so many good venues and places to play at, just day in, day out. I mean, I've played in obviously Cameron Indoor, like you said. That's such a cool place. It almost feels like a high school gym again, but it's not. Obviously, it's so much bigger. But Cameron Indoor, Dean Dome, Pauley Pavilion, Madison Square Garden. I think we're going to the Barclays Center for ACC tournament this year. So I've played in 4 or 5 NBA arenas now, and it's just cool to be able to experience that. You've been in places like that where you only dream of playing in, and like I said, just to play in so many of those places, even my freshman year, was kind of mind-boggling to me, but also just a cool experience in general too.
That's awesome.
All right. What's the biggest difference between high school and college besides the competition?
The screens.
Yeah, something like that. Jibo was can attest to that one.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think one of the biggest things is just speed of the game. You got to get used to it. Guys are bigger, faster, stronger in every aspect, and learning how to pick your spots, I think, is one of the biggest things as well. And just understanding how to control yourself. I think once you have a feel of the game, and I think even this year for me, I think it's coming, and I'm still learning in different aspects, and just learning how to control my body in this way, and how to get to the hoop and finish, and those kind of things. It's all part of it. And, along the way, you'll pick up little things like, how to get a good post position, or how to stay in front of a guy. Just picking up on little things from older guys, especially veterans that have been through it. And now I'm a veteran. I've played in over 100 games or whatever it is, and I've picked up little things every now and then, even from opposing players. You'll just see, damn, he did this and kind of got me there. Maybe I can throw that into my game, and just learning how to pick people's brains and really learn from others is helped me tremendously through my first 3-4 years.
I got one more real quick. Do you think a shot clock in high school would help you transition easier?
Definitely. Starting out with the UA basketball program would probably need it the most out of any program ever.
That's our bread and butter.
Yeah.
Dude. That's our bread and butter.
Those 2-minute possessions can't go on much longer.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, guys nowadays are getting so athletic, especially in high school too. It's a good game, but I think overall shot clock would help a lot just in every way. I mean, some games that we played in, Jibo, was almost unbearable to watch sometimes, and he just sit there. You're like, what the hell's going on? We're just waiting for some guy to just dribble it or pass it. It's high school needs it badly, especially in Ohio and leagues we play in. So I think that'd be a great change to high school basketball.
Yeah. Before we get into our rapid fire questions, I want to ask you. You've got to get a little soft. You've gotten a little soft on me, Danner. Your shit talking's kind of decreased from what I've seen. You were kind of pinnacle junior and senior year, and you've kind of gotten soft. What's kind of gotten into you?
Jibo, there's cameras everywhere.
That's true, but there's not mics. Are there mics? There's got.
Might be. I don't know. No, I mean, I used to love to get into it, and you know that more than anybody. But no, I mean, I think to grow up a little bit and mature, definitely I needed it. But no, I'll get into it every now and then.
Yeah, just not telling opposing mothers and just kind of getting into it. I like it, but you're right. It's different. It's different when you have TVs on you and stuff like that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little. So some rapid fire questions. We're just gonna pepper you with some stuff. Give us your honest and first reaction thoughts to these. Beaks, you can start.
You got a couple big wins against some blue blood opponents this season in UNC and Kentucky. How'd you celebrate winning those games?
We had a good time. Obviously, the Kentucky game was pretty fun.
Nice
cool to see. I mean, it was cool to see all the students on the floor and everything, and we had our fair share of fun after. So
that's very political. Did you go to a bar? What are we talking about here?
We might have stepped out for a minute, but
I like it. Okay. I like it, Lou.
Dang, who is the funniest kid on the team besides yourself? Who's the funniest kid on the team?
Probably have to go with Matt Zona, our sophomore big man.
Is that the 7-footer with the Norwegian nose or whatever? He looks like a bird a little bit.
He's only about 6'9".
Is he 6'9"? All right.
Yeah, 6'9". No, he's pretty funny. He's pretty goofy. I think very similar characteristics to Jibo up there. Just one of a kind.
I'll take that as a compliment. Biggs?
Best atmosphere you played in anywhere?
I think Cameron is pretty special. Duke, and it's pretty funny. I mean, you hear all these songs, and then I was in Cameron Indoor about to get ready for the game, and then you hear every time we touch, and people just go nuts. It's just like it's really cool, and to see so many people crammed in there is awesome. But I think the hysteria of Madison Square Garden is also really cool. And some of the older, I played in the Carrier Dome too. I mean, that place is awesome. It's so damn big, but they're all different and they're all cool in their own ways.
Dane, who's a team that you want to play that you haven't yet? I mean, you're a senior. You probably played almost everybody, but who's a team that you want to, cross off the bucket list?
I think one place that I really want to play is Fog Allen, Kansas. I've heard that place is awesome and just
You sure you want to play in Fog Allen?
I think it'd be pretty damn sweet.
Yeah, no, it'd be sick.
But no, I mean, I think that'd be really cool. I think, like you said, I've played many of the the teams that you would think of, and I've been lucky enough to do that as well. I've played in Rupp Arena, even to add that to the list. But I think Fog Allen would be really cool.
What former either Excel, high school, or All Ohio teammate do you want to play, or what team?
I think playing Braden would be pretty sweet too.
Loyola, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
a sick game.
Either there, here, whatever it is. Obviously, it'd almost be an old rivalry. I know, Notre Dame and Loyola have definitely played in the past. So, and obviously, I'm only about an hour and a half away from Braden. So, it's I think that'd be a really cool game. I don't know if it'll happen unless it's in the tournament or something. But
Have you guys talked about that at all?
yeah, I mean, just kind of like joking around. I know you know him a little bit, but Foster Lawyer, and Braden were supposed to play each other this year, and then because of COVID, it got canceled, unfortunately. But to do something like that would be really cool. I know, Laco's up in Princeton now, so also doing something like that would be pretty cool too. So, I mean, anybody really. It's always funny to kind of see that, but also be pretty cool in the same moment.
Dane, 3 words to describe Notre Dame basketball. Top of your head, 3 words.
Ooh. Discipline. Say that one. Smart. And different, I guess. We play a different style of basketball. Like to space it out a little more. Play almost 4 out, 5 out sometimes, and it's not very common to see, to be honest. And it works for us, so we'll take it.
Yeah, you guys have been playing well in hitting your shots, especially.
Very well.
It's not really sticking to anyone's hands other than someone's, but outside of that, you're moving it pretty well. Guarding, everyone's stepping up. You're getting contributions from everywhere, so you guys definitely do play a different game. Overall, so the top of the ACC, as you know, is kind of down this year. Makes kind of for parity and more open ACC. So outside of the Miami, Florida, Duke back-to-back games that you guys have, you guys do have kind of a favorable schedule where you guys have some opportunities to get some games. What do you guys need to kind of do to keep how you're playing and kind of finish out end of January and February leading into March?
Yeah, obviously we just need to stay consistent. We know it's on the table. We know if we play our game and keep it rolling, we'll have a chance. And to be honest, we're looking at ACC regular season too, and we have that at the back of our minds. But it's something we can work towards. I know, like you said, the ACC is pretty open this year, and it's there for the taking for anyone, to be honest. And I think if we play our game and play how we're supposed to be, we'll be right there. And we got some big games coming up, especially in the next couple of weeks. So taking care of those and playing well together is also going to lead us to where we want to go.
If you do win the ACC / make the tourney, do you promise to get our podcast tickets?
Yes.
Perfect. And part B, will you promise, Biggs can attest, can we recreate the Indiana 2019 Crossroads Classic celebration? Can we do that? We'll go up to South Bend. We'll do what we need to do. Can we recreate that? We'll provide. We just need your presence.
That will also happen.
All right. Good.
Perfect.
Good. And then final question. You're obviously focused on this season and kind of game to game, but you do, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, have an extra year of eligibility?
I do.
So have you – obviously you're not really thinking about that, but have you thought about kind of what you want to do with that or kind of any inkling on kind of how you want to use that?
I know where you'd want me to go, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Obviously, there's a lot of options there. I know coming back to Notre Dame, getting a master's degree from Notre Dame would be obviously really cool and really beneficial for me as well. It almost serves as running back another time and see what I can do in the team as well. So there's a lot of options on the table. We'll kind of see how the season finishes out and see what happens and see what I want to do. But I'll have to talk to family, friends, everything
Exactly.
Yeah. That's all part of it.
Yeah. Anything else from the panel to ask Dane? Heath, I know you had some stuff. Some stuff cooked up.
Yeah, well, don't think now is the time to ask, but
Off camera?
yeah, a little off camera action. Who's the out of your 4 years the best team you played?
Oh, it's a good question. Probably my freshman year. I mean, we played the Duke, where Duke, where it had Zion, RJ, everybody like that. But I mean that my freshman year, that Virginia team that won it all was also pretty damn good. And they had DeAndre Hunter, Kyle Guy, Ty Jerome, a bunch of big guys. Like they just had everything, and they were. I remember guarding. Like to this day, people ask who's the best player you played against. I think honestly the best basketball player I played against is DeAndre Hunter. He just 6'8", 6'9", shoot it, drive it, athletic as hell, could block everything. Just he had everything, and that team was really good. We played him twice and got beat by him both. Got beat by him twice as well. I mean, it's just they had everything, and honestly, I wasn't surprised to see him win it all either. So having somebody from the ACC win it all was also pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, I mean, played against those guys, and they were pretty damn good. So I really wasn't surprised at all to see him win it all.
Yeah.
I got one more. So I was thinking kind of impromptu, we can bring you on as a celebrity guest picker for our NFL picks today for the two NFC games, 2 AFC games. So first off, Packers-Niners, who you got?
That's a tough one. I think the Niners match up so well against the Packers, to be honest. But I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers, so I have to go with Packers.
All right, moving on. Rams-Bucks.
Tough one. I mean, you can't bet against Brady, but I kind of like the Rams. I don't know.
All right, moving
Good
on
pick.
to the AFC. Bengals-Titans.
Titans.
I can see that one coming. I can see that one coming. Brownies. He's got the brownies in the back.
Let's go.
You can't do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You can't do it.
Finally, Bills at Chiefs.
Got to go with Chiefs. Patty Mahomes is just still ridiculous.
Super Bowl. Who do you got Super Bowl then?
Just put me on the spot, huh?
Uh-huh.
Who did I say? I had Packers, Rams,
Packers, Titans, Chiefs, and Rams.
Chiefs, Rams, Chiefs win it all.
I like it. Good
Yeah.
pick.
Okay.
When's your next game? You guys play Louisville, right?
Saturday, yeah, at Louisville.
So what's kind of your next 48, 72 hours looking like?
So we'll get off today. We'll practice tomorrow.
Tape clocks, 3 hours 30. You got that going?
No, it's nothing like that. We'll practice tomorrow, Friday, and then we will head down to Louisville. We'll fly down to Louisville, get in about 6 or 7 a night. I want to say the game's a 4 or 6 o'clock tip. So we'll fly down Friday night, hang out Saturday, shoot around, and then head back right after the game. So we'll be back here, South Bend, Saturday night.
Okay.
So it's a quick trip.
Yeah. It's nice to kind of have, not a break, but playing Virginia Tech and Howard. It's kind of nice to get a break from games until you guys play.
Yeah, kind of do what I want. But what are you guys doing right now, Juba? I know you're not at school yet.
I'm going down Friday. Lou's already there.
I'm already here.
Biggs and Heath are you guys already started, right? Last week?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've been posted.
class.
I've been watching so many games, losing so much.
Going straight to CJ's on Friday?
Yeah. And you got to make it down too. It's close.
I know.
It's close, especially after a big win. It's not. You got to come. Bring the team. Bring the squad. We'll celebrate.
Once I get some time, I'll come down.
Absolutely. That does it for me. Anyone else have anything? No? All right. Thanks for joining us, Daner. We'll make sure to get you on again for sure. In March, let's plan on March. Talk about the tourney with you in it. But that does it. Give us a follow. God damn it. I've been asking. Give us a follow. Sheesh. Okay. But we'll release this tomorrow, so we'll make sure to tag you. But I know you're probably pretty busy, so thanks for hopping on and talking with us, and we'll see you again.
Yes, sir. Thanks, boys.
Peace.
Have a good one.
Appreciate
Yep,
it.
see you
Dane.
then.
Yep.
Well, thank you to Dane for taking some time out to talk to us and let us interview him. That was pretty good, guys. Said a lot of good things. Pretty optimistic about Notre Dame. Kind of a not light schedule, but a lot of opportunities for him. So it was good to see how he was doing and kind of how he's approaching the next couple weeks. Just recap on what he said?
No, I thought he did a pretty good job. What he talked about was what every D1 athlete should be talking about. I mean, he answered everything completely, pretty casually. The kid's a leading scorer, so he pretty answered your question pretty humbly, to my opinion.
You got away from that OSU question, though, Lou.
I know. I didn't want to ask him.
Soft. You got soft on us.
I didn't think it was appropriate. I really did.
Training helped out really well.
Heath?
No, yeah, it was definitely good. We got some good questions. He had good answers. And I mean, we don't always get to talk to Dane, so it was interesting to hear what he had to say.
Yeah, we'll definitely be utilizing him moving forward, especially hopefully when it comes to March. So good luck to Notre Dame and Dane the rest of the way. So we'll stick with college basketball. Just want to cover some games that we saw. I'm assuming you guys saw the Illinois-Purdue game. That was a great game. That was a double OT thriller. Stefanovic had 22 points and Plummer with 24 for Illinois. So the Purdue big men they kept Kofi in check with 10 points and contributed offensively. I think Purdue clearly looked like a top 5 team there, and even though they're kind of upper tier, middle of the pack in the Big Ten standings, they clearly looked like a top 5 team.
Who ended up winning that game? I didn't even watch it, to be honest.
Purdue.
Purdue ended up winning? Were they home or away?
No, they were away.
I got on the road.
Pretty comfortably, too.
Yeah, it was like 6.
I think Illinois was a complete fraud.
At the end, but once he got 96-88, it was fun.
Yeah. What'd you say, Lou?
I think Illinois is a complete fraud of a team.
I mean, they do. They've played nobody. I mean, granted,
They haven't played anybody.
No, they haven't. And who they've played has lost. We know.
I honestly don't even think, Kofi's even that. I mean, he's dominant. He's just so big. But I really don't think he's that skilled, to be honest with you. I really don't. I know he's in the front runner for Player of the Year, Big Ten Player of the Year. I just really don't think he's that skilled. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, they got Curbelo back for that game too, so that helped. He played really well. But
that's a little point guard, the lefty.
Yeah.
I hate that kid.
I know. He's good though. But yeah. So Illinois drops that one. They'll kind of be tested here these next couple games, even though they play a lot of games at home. Texas, Kansas State. I wish Baker was here for this segment because Texas is fraudulent. I tweeted it out. I retract my retraction on Texas. They are frauds. They have one quad one win, and that was the first time they played Kansas State. Outside of that, they have 0. So great win for Kansas State. They're getting healthy with McGurl and Mike Smith. And Bruce Weber's getting the boys ready, but Texas is kind of a fraudulent team in my estimation, even though they have a ton of talent.
I mean, I didn't see it, but from the stats, looks like Kansas State spread out their points pretty well. Really good guard play. That's a big win for sure.
Apparently, they announced Texas lost at Texas Tech when they were playing a game, and everybody erupted.
Yeah, those Texas teams do not like each other. That's kind of like football too. They do that for like Big Ten too. They announced that, but So Texas needs to bounce back. And then last night, hopefully you guys watched that one. Duke, Florida State. Florida State
awesome
won in OT. Caleb Mills had 18. Paulo had 20, 12, and 7. Trevor Keels got hurt kind of mid to late second, so that kind of hurt them on scoring. But great win, and that means that Miami is currently on top. I believe at 6-1 of the ACC. So, kind of, what does this mean for Duke, and what does this mean for Florida State?
I think. Well, I just don't understand how Florida State's they were 10-6 before that game, because they play really good basketball. They play hard. They've got good players. I mean, I just thought they were playing really good basketball. So I don't know. I don't understand how they've got those 6 losses.
I mean, I don't think
Oh, go
I don't
ahead.
think it's anything like terrible for Duke, but I mean, all it's going to do is fire them up. Like I don't think it's anything to worry about for them personally. Like, you're going to lose games. I mean, you're in the ACC. Everyone's pretty like competitive in the ACC. So, I mean,
Lou, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say I kind of agree with Burke on the fact that Duke's going to be just fine. I just think they need to grow up a little, to be honest. I mean, they're so young. I mean, we say that all the time about Kentucky, Duke. I mean, they're going to lose these tough games in the ACC. They're so young. They don't know any better. But once the tournaments hits, they get experience under their belts. They'll be fine. There's so much talent there that they're going to be so fine.
I do have two. It's a tough game on the road. Florida State's a good team.
Same with
but
Ohio State, too. I mean, Ohio State's experience. I mean, we have one freshman. Like, it's just they got to grow up.
I do have 2 concerns with Duke. One, kind of not so much really concerned. Second, more pressing. The first is there needs to be consistent scoring outside of Paulo. Like, you have Wendell Moore, but if he's not going, Mark Williams has been inconsistent. Roach has been inconsistent. Keels up and down throughout the entire year. So I think they need to find more consistent scoring outside of him on a night-to-night basis. And I think the depth also is an issue, a serious issue for Duke. Even though their starting five is absurd. Yeah, you got Theo John coming off the bench, and I guess Joey Baker, who's a good, solid player, and AJ Williams. But I think they go 6 deep, really, when you look at it. So I think they need to kind of just keep on forming in a deep rotation, especially
Which is kind of sad for a Duke team.
Yeah, you would think with all the talent and everyone.
I mean, Ohio State's like, 11, 12 deep?
Yeah, and they got 3 guys out. So,
I mean, yeah.
So that's that on Duke. They'll look to bounce back. And Florida State.
Real quick, I don't know if any of you guys saw that Davidson VCU game.
Great game.
Davidson down 6, I think, with like 4 minutes left, right? Foster Lawyer, fucking
Dane was talking about
hard nose, like Jibo said. Fucking, I mean, he played a great last 4 minutes. He ended with 14 points. I think he led that Davidson team to the win for sure.
And what's funny is the leading scorer for VCU was actually Dane and Foster's teammate on All Ohio, and Vince Williams. We played him a couple times at UA, but he's a great player. So it's kind of funny to see just kind of how many teammates or great players come out of Ohio.
They smoked my ass. Ohio smoked my ass. I got put on a fucking highlight reel. Every single play.
No, they're good. They were good. So the top 25, real quick debate here. Gonzaga number 1, Auburn 2. Do you guys agree with that? Or do you not agree with that?
I mean, at this point in the season, like,
who cares?
I'm not really here to debate about AP fucking rankings, but like, I mean, Auburn's been playing well. They deserve to be at 2. Gonzaga, like, the talent's there. They deserve to be at 1. I mean, I don't think there's any.
Yeah, but I do think with just the level of competition, I think if Auburn wins 2 more games, I think just based on level of competition itself, even though Gonzaga might be the number 1 team or clearly look the best, I think just resume speaking, you might have to give it to Auburn here next week if they keep on winning. Heath?
For sure. I mean, they got Kentucky coming up, so
yeah. We'll see.
We'll see their
Yeah,
true
no,
colors.
I agree. I agree with you.
Top
I
3
don't think
mid.
it even matters, though, does it? Does it really matter?
No.
At this point,
I completely disagree, though, to be honest.
What, you got Auburn?
I think Auburn's the best team in the country as of
Yeah.
right now. I think Gonzaga can go kick rocks. Go play fucking Pacific again.
They both look good though.
I know,
So,
Gonzaga's great. I just think
Yeah.
Auburn proved themselves to win tough games.
yeah.
not a
Top 3.
question that lost to Alabama though.
Oh yeah.
Like Gonzaga lost to Alabama.
Top 3 mid
Go ahead.
majors. Hopefully you guys filled that out. I have mine.
For what?
I'm gonna go Loyola Chicago number 1. 2 losses are to UConn and Michigan State. Great losses. I got Davidson number 2. Super solid. I think they have the nation's longest winning streak, and kind of a split for 3. I have Ohio U after dismantling Miami, like dismantling them. That was embarrassing. And I have Oakland as well. Oakland, I think, is going to be a pretty good team. They've won a lot of games. Got a top 10 score in the nation, I want to say. So those are my top 3.
I mean, you kind of just took the best fucking team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Every
kind of the
single-
point. That's kind of
I
the
know,
point
I'm just saying,
to do the top 3.
Uh,
We didn't want to say answer with.
Louisiana
You could
Tech,
say the same
aren't they
thing.
really good?
Just like the top 3. Like I named my top 3. If yours is a top 3, like the same as mine, you could say it's the same.
Louisiana
I
Tech.
agree with you.
That's a good one, Heath.
Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, they have Kenneth Lofton, who's super solid. But
Yeah.
I like that. I like that team.
Yeah. And then Davidson, obviously.
Bakes
Loyola,
is
Chicago.
Chattanooga.
What'd you say, Biggs?
Bakes through in Chattanooga. And
Chattanooga's solid. I think
What about Dayton?
they're so Dayton's
They're the second youngest team in NCAA, and they're 12 and
no,
6.
they're super solid. I think they're like they're third or fourth in the A10 right now.
We love.
I want to say.
They are second, right behind Davidson. One game
They were
behind.
behind. Okay, so yeah, you could say Dayton too. They're playing well.
The
I just
second-
What about
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of get your feedback on some teams that caught your eye that are kind of on the mid-major level.
Seton Hall?
Big East.
Okay. Yeah.
Christ. But yeah, no, I mean,
I like the OU pick, Tebow.
I think all those teams that we named, literally every single one, can make it to the big dance and kind of contribute as well.
I'm
Yeah, they
hearing
could all
OU
definitely make a run.
a lot. I've been hearing OU a lot lately.
OU's the best team.
Everyone's on OU.
I mean, yeah, OU's super solid.
I think they can make a tournament without even winning the MAC. I really do. Who they lost to? They've lost to LSU.
No, they have good losses. Actually, I don't know, Lou. That's a great
They
point.
won every other game besides that.
But they don't
Do
have any.
they-
They don't have any quality wins, though. I don't think. I
Who
could
they
be
play?
wrong.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I just compare them compared to like Loyola Chicago. That's where I'm like,
I think Loyola Chicago get it without.
oh no, yeah, they're ranked like what 22.
Yeah, they're ranked.
Yeah.
They're not even-
Just got ranked this week.
And
And by the way, shout out to Chicago back in the house
Oh,
at
yeah.
Loyola and Northwestern.
I saw that,
So
especially
that's
at
big
Northwestern
for
last
them.
night. Transitioning into that, I want to ask just a quick question. It caught my eye watching these past 2 games. Do you think Ohio State should consider relocating to St. John's to play their home games?
No.
Absolutely, dude.
I
That
completely
place,
agree with
that
Bert.
place could have been the next Cameron Indoor.
Dude,
That place could have been the next Cameron Indoor.
have you been to a game at St. John's?
St. John's is sick.
So say I went to the Cleveland State game, Ohio State, and that place was electric. I mean, I know they have to kind of renovate it or maybe just touch it up, but I think that actually gives us a home court advantage. Granted, like big games, OSU like sold out Duke, they sell out Big Ten games, but I mean, you see some of these games, the tickets are expensive, and I think it just doesn't feel like a home game atmosphere at times.
Are they Are they debating that? Like, do they want to do it? Or
So I know
are
it's
you
like a
just bringing this up?
conversation. I mean, I just brought it up, but I know it was a conversation. And I know players, from what I've heard, have talked about it or like wanting to play that more games at St. John's. But I just wanted to kind of get your guys' perspective if they should. I just kind of, even though it's smaller, I just wanted kind of the feel of like a home game environment. So that's why I kind of
And
asked you this.
it's a huge, like, I think having it at St. John's, it'll pull so many more students because you have like a student living so much close. Like, it's a walk. You can walk across the street from varsity club.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
But
I think
It's
again,
also
if you
like,
want it packed, go ahead.
I like
what
my
other
I like being cozy in there.
Yeah. What'd you
what
say?
other places have like their old basketball arena or two arenas that they could play in?
What
You
do you
know?
mean?
So like Villanova plays.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, yeah, that's just like a cool thing to have. They should
yeah.
definitely play more games there. I
Right.
don't know why they
Or at
don't.
least play like the Big Ten games where you know you're not pulling, like, you're only filling the lower bowl, right? So like you're playing Northwestern, you're playing like, I don't know, you're playing Maryland. Like, have those games at St. John's.
Yeah. I mean, I've been DMing a local insider for Ohio State hoops. Yeah, I know. And
Who?
he
Austin Ward?
no. Adam Jardy and some like another guy that runs the Ohio State hoops insider. But regardless, besides the point, he said that there were over like 11,000 people, or there was a like 10,000 people at the IUPUI game. I mean, I don't ticket sales probably dropped and stuff, so more people wanted to go. But I don't know if it's the ticket price or I just don't know. But I think there's got to be some type of the administration's got to address kind of like the crowd and just polling or different methods to poll because I think home court advantage is crucial. Like that environment is crucial. But who knows? Maybe it changes for the big games, and I think it will. It usually does. But just seeing some consistency. So going to the spreadsheet now, just quickly, just quick going over our picks for hoops. IU, Purdue travels to Bloomington. I have IU. I think they're a great home team. So I have them upsetting Purdue.
I do as well, G-Bell.
I got Purdue. I mean, they're playing insane basketball. They're still the number 4 team in the country. I'm taking Purdue.
Yeah, I got the Boilermakers.
San Francisco, Gonzaga. I think San Fran's good, but I think Gonzaga's just too good in that conference, and it's theirs to lose still. So I got Gonzaga.
You can't not pick Gonzaga. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's Gonzaga.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason they should lose that game.
No. Michigan State, Wisconsin. I have Wisconsin. It's gonna be a good game. I think. I think Michigan State. They bounce back. Wisconsin at home, Kohl Center, tough. I got Wisconsin.
I'm on Burke's wave now. Go Badgers. I think Wisconsin's so fucking good. I really do. I think Wisconsin keeps rolling.
Well, I mean, I know I've been on Wisconsin, but I just think this is one of those games. And I got the Spartans in a close one.
I like it. Ballsy.
Hey,
Yeah.
we can't go all over the board, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost picked Michigan State. It's hard. They have so much talent. They kind of remind me of Duke, where they always have talent, but they have a hard time figuring it out, at least at the beginning of the year. And then they kind of come into their own. But I picked Wisconsin at home.
3 Wisconsins, 1 Michigan State. UK at Auburn. I think Auburn beats UK in a close one. I think it'll be a very close game, but I think at home makes a difference. So I have Auburn.
Auburn's the best team in the country. I have Auburn. Kentucky blows.
Fading the board. Go Cats. Go Blue. Cal's gonna pull it out.
Emotional pick.
No, not an emotional pick. If anything, it's the opposite of an emotional pick. But Auburn's going to get exposed. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I had a hard time with this one too, but like you said, Jibo, Auburn at home, so I picked Auburn because of that reason.
Loyola at Missouri State. I think Missouri State's pretty good. Loyola struggles. They have struggled, but I think they're just too good. I got Loyola.
Dang. I mean, this is a game that I will certainly not watch, to be honest with you, but I've never lost a bet with Loyola Chicago. They've won me so much money, so Loyola Chicago.
I'm going with the friend of the program, the friends of the program, Loyola.
Yeah, I just think Loyola is better coached and has better talent. So
Loyola all
Loyola.
across the board. Tennessee hosting LSU. I have Tennessee. I think today you see LSU's fraudulent. They have to travel to Tennessee again. I think Tennessee needs kind of a comeback, bounce back per se. So I have Tennessee.
I think Tennessee's absolutely terrible at scoring the basketball, and I think LSU pours it out. I really do. I think Tennessee's complete fraudulent. I don't know what you're talking about, dog. Tennessee is awful.
Oh, LSU is good, right?
They are good.
What's the score right now, Biggs?
I don't know. I turned it up.
Of the what?
Alabama won.
Alabama's a good
Alabama.
team. You know, like what you
Yeah, but they're reeling right now.
almost
Bama's
choked it
reeling.
away.
Bama's reeling right now.
Yeah, they've had some good ones on the road.
I don't know. I think the SEC kind of is up and it's inconsistent.
It is inconsistent. I think Tennessee.
Yeah.
Who do you have, Heath?
I mean, I had LSU at first, but I'm gonna roll with you, G, about taking Tennessee because it's at home, and that's why.
Yeah, I think LSU will be one of those top 24 teams or right there by the end of the season. But I think they're one of those teams when it comes to the NCAA tournament that could be on upset alert. And I think LSU is better than Tennessee, but they lost to LSU last game at LSU, and this one's at home. So give me Tennessee.
East Carolina hosts Houston. I had East Carolina, but I've had them the past two games, and they've broken my heart. They've had leads in both those games, lost it. I think they cover, but I think Houston was a close one.
I'm just looking who I picked. I picked Houston. I don't know anything about East Carolina, to be honest with you, so I had to go with Houston. I mean, are they good? Like, I honestly couldn't tell you, to be honest.
All right.
Why would you pick East Carolina? Like, can you tell me why?
I mean, just watching the past couple of games, they actually have decent wins, and they've had big leads against good teams. They've just choked.
Who did they beat?
Put me on the spot. As I look it up, Biggs, you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I had Houston, but I think I've seen the signs this week. I've seen a few posts about East Carolina.
They beat
I'm gonna
Memphis.
take that as a sign. I'm going to take that as a sign. I saw the signs, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. So I'm taking what are they called? The Pirates?
Yep.
East Carolina.
Pirates.
Yeah. The Pirates, and their colors are nice. Oh,
Yeah, they are.
Heath, who do you have?
Houston. I really like Houston's basketball program. So I'm going with Houston.
Out two guys. They're out two guys, Sasser, and I forget the other, but
I did not know that, but
they're still solid.
Yeah, I'll go with Houston.
South Dakota State, Western Carolina, just under the radar game. I've been following Western Illinois a little bit, and they beat our beloved Redhawks. South Dakota State is super solid. They're probably going to win the Summit, but
that doesn't mean much.
But I mean, there's some good teams in the Summit. Let's not kid ourselves there. But at home, I got Western Carolina.
Are you talking about the radar game?
No. South Dakota State, Western Carolina.
I just picked South Dakota State. I have no clue. I haven't watched either of them. I have no
Good
idea.
fallback.
To be honest,
I actually watch a lot of West Carolina basketball, and from what I've seen,
No, you think I'm capping? I'm not capping. I see them on ESPN Plus like frequently. Frequently, I have them in a lot of my stuff. So
Western Carolina, you watch them play Western Carolina.
Oh, I think it's Western Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. I changed my pick. That's South Dakota State. That's my bad. I totally messed that up. It was Western Illinois. South Dakota State. Sorry. Heath, South Dakota State.
All right. Well,
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, baby, the
I
Jackrabbits.
also was making picks off of the names, and like, I have no clue, but I'm just gonna roll South Dakota.
Yeah, no, they're
Jackrabbits, baby.
That's on me. I missed that one. So lock of the week, must see game, under the radar game. My lock of the week, Oral Roberts money line versus North Dakota State, another Summit League game. Because we're giving the Summit League some props here. Max Abmas back. He torched Ohio State, still sensitive to this day. I think they get it done at home. Must see game, Wisconsin, Michigan State. Great game. And then Manhattan versus Monmouth. MAC with 2 A's. I think that's going to be a great game as well.
But remember what we did when Ohio State lost to Oral Roberts? Remember what we did?
We went right back home, sat on the couch.
No, we went to our room. We locked the door.
We did go to our room. You're right. Never again.
Never again. Must-see game, I put the same as you, Wisconsin, Michigan State. I think it's going to be such a sick game. Under the radar game, on the spreadsheet, I said I don't care because I personally do not care. I don't know any about these other teams. I think if I'm looking at it at the spreadsheet, I think IU Purdue could be a under the radar game for some people that don't watch college basketball. They see Purdue, they see Indiana. I personally don't care. I would rather watch the games I want to see than watch a stupid MACC.
Bigs?
My lock of the week, Purdue money line at Indiana. I had 2 must-see games, and it's kind of split. I know you guys had Wisconsin, Michigan State. I also had that game. And then Kentucky versus Auburn, I think, is going to be like one of the better games this year. And then my under the radar, it's not so much of an under the radar game, but Baylor versus Oklahoma. Baylor's at Oklahoma 2 days ago when this is posted, but Kansas struggled at Oklahoma. And Oklahoma's been one of those teams who've been able to beat or like stay close with good opponents. So that's one of those, I mean, not so under the radar, but I think it'll be a good game.
Heath?
My game of the week is Wisconsin, Michigan State. Game under the radar, got to be Army-Navy. I mean, come on now.
I do want to make a quick side comment. Colgate confirmed terrorist. They did beat Army and Navy back-to-back games. Confirmed terrorist.
Yeah.
Colgate,
Yeah.
never picking them again.
And then lock of the week, I put DePaul plus 9.5 versus Xavier, which I think that game's going on
Yeah, it's
right
going
now.
on right now. All right.
Well, let's see.
Good picks there. Real quick, dangerous team that you don't want to see in the NCAA tournament. And then right now, if Selection Sunday happened, who's your last team in? I'll start. I got Princeton. Princeton is going to win the Ivy League. Sorry to friend of the program, Max Martz, but we're going with other friend of the program, Matt Alaco. Princeton will be making some noise in March, and maybe, just maybe, we'll win a game or two. And then I have Texas A&M. Good wins, kind of fraudulent, but they got a good record, so those are mine.
Dangerous team as of right now, from what I've seen the past couple weeks, is Texas Tech. I don't think they're as dangerous as they were because they were unranked. But, a lot of people have watched them, and I think they are a legit team. Last team in, I put Rutgers. I feel like they always somehow squeak into the fucking tournament. I think Rutgers is solid. I think they could beat a lot of teams in different divisions. I think they're pretty solid.
What was the first one? Dangerous team to see in the tournament. I think Davidson. Um, they've got great scores, good guard play. I'm really big on good guard play and guards who can score the ball in the tournament. So I think Davidson's a dangerous team. And then last team in, I put Virginia.
I like it. Biggs, you want to go again? Sorry, you cut out.
Am I better now?
Yeah, you're better.
All right, let me pull this back up. My dangerous team was Loyola Chicago. I mean, they're going to be a dangerous tournament team. And then last team in, this is just like basically off the top of my head. I mean, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I'm thinking maybe St. Mary's could be a last team in.
I like that. All right, so good picks there. We'll keep you updated. Right now, the records as they stand, I'm at 15-9, leading the clubhouse. Bakes is at 14-10. Biggs, you're at 9-7. Lou, you're at 12-12, and Heath, you're at 5-3. So we'll update those for next week as well. Transitioning into brief preview of the games this week for NFL. Top seeds rolled for the most part: the Bucks, Chiefs, Rams, Bills, to name a few. Before we get into that, our records: I'm 15-7. Lou and Bakes are 14-8. Heath, NFL guru, put his name on the line, went 6-0, and Biggs is.
Hey.
So we'll preview these games right now. So first, Packers Niners. I have Packers. Aaron Rodgers is legit. Couple injuries on the Niners. Kind of don't know, so we'll see. But I have the Packers.
To win the Super Bowl?
No. To win next game. Packers Niners. Stay with me, Lou.
All
right. Okay. Bengals Titans. I got the Titans. Overall seed for a reason. Derrick Henry back. I got the Titans. Chiefs Bills at Chiefs. I got the Chiefs at home. Tough place. They rolled everyone, or they rolled. Who'd they roll? They rolled Steelers. So I got the Chiefs, and then Rams at Bucks. I got the Rams. They got a lot of talent. I think their defense playing well, offense explosive. So Stafford keeps it under control. I got the Rams. Anybody can go next.
So I got the Packers. I really like the Niners. I put them in my parlay last week, and the Cowboys just suck. But I have the Bengals. Who dey? I think they can win the fucking Super Bowl. And Gbo, you can suck. Never mind. But fuck the Titans. Go Bengals. I got the Bills on the next one. I think the Chiefs end up choking. And I'm pretty sure the Bills beat them earlier on. If you correct me if I'm wrong, Heath. I'm pretty sure the Bills beat them earlier.
I don't remember.
But I know they played before, and I'm pretty sure the Bills beat them. And I got the Rams. I think Brady's time's over. Again, you can tell me a hater, but I think the Bucs are just running out of stuff. And I think the Rams look amazing against the Cardinals. I mean, I put the Cardinals, but I got the Rams on that one.
All right. Packers, Niners. I got the Packers. I don't know. Is Nick Bosa going to be out? Because that's a huge loss. If he is,
let's
I don't
check.
know.
I haven't heard anything.
That's a huge loss if they're out. But I mean, even if he was there, I'm still taking the Packers.
He's on track to come back.
Bengals at Titans. I don't know what the fuck who dey means. Fuck the Bengals. Fuck Joe Burrow. Fuck Jamar Chase.
Who did they go beat the Bengals?
Cincinnati. I got the Titans.
Buddy.
Big in Nashville. Titans big. Bills at Chiefs. Or is it Chiefs at Bills?
It's
sure?
Bills at Chiefs.
Bills
Is
at
it?
At Chiefs.
I'm pretty sure the Bills beat them.
Yeah, they did at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Did they? Yeah.
38-20.
Wow.
Bills are sick. They're gonna roll. I think I have them as my. I think I'm gonna take them as my AFC champion. To play the Packers in the Super Bowl. But I got the Bills. Not huge, but I mean, I think it's gonna be a really close game. but I think Josh Allen is going to be the difference. Rams at Bucks. I mean, I think this game is probably going to be the worst game to watch out of the four. I got the Rams beating the Bucks. I mean, I don't know. That's just my pick.
All right, Heath, your picks.
Packers or Niners. I took the Packers. Aaron Rodgers. Lambeau Field. I think the 49ers are a really good team, built for a Super Bowl run. But I think at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is going to be too much. Bengals, Titans. I obviously want the Bengals to win, but I struggle with this one just because if the Bengals can't get pressure on Tannehill and stop the run game, then I think it could be a long day for the Bengals. So we'll have to see how that goes, but that's going to be a good game. I have to go with the Bengals, though. Bills, Chiefs. I really think this is the year Josh Allen gets over the hump and beats the Chiefs two times in one season at Arrowhead. And last, Rams at Bucks. I have the Rams, the Bucks with Godwin out and Antonio Brown obviously gone now. The Rams played a really solid game against Cardinals last week, and I think Akers being back makes a big difference. He is a hell of a player, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the Rams going 2-0 against the Bucks this season.
Good picks. So I'll keep track of that and update the standings for both basketball, college basketball, and NFL. That'll do our fourth episode here for the Role Players Podcast. Thank you, Dane, for coming and interviewing with us. Know you're busy, so we appreciate it. Said some good things. We wish you the best. Talk some good college hoops and NFL. Fellas, any closing remarks?
Go Lakers. Fuck the Jazz.
Hey.
Fuck the Bengals again. Fuck Joe Burrow. Fuck Jamar Chase. Tighten up.
Sorry, you want to be us.
I don't.
Okay, continue losing for the next 20 years.
Lou?
I was going to say thank you, Dane. Go Irish and go Bengals.
Yeah, we'll be cheering you on, Dane.
Yeah,
of the year.
appreciate it.
Yes. Heath, thank you for filling in for Bakes again. 6-0
Yep.
for your picks for NFL, 5-3 for college basketball. So we appreciate it, and who knows? You're like a Swiss Army. You're like our little Swiss Army knife, Heath. You're like a little Swiss Army knife. So we might utilize you again. We probably will. So stay ready. All right, we're going.
All right, yeah,
going for
I'll
the
be
left.
ready.
Thank you again, guys. We'll post this tomorrow or Thursday and put it on YouTube and Spotify. So that'll do it for here. And I think our next episode we'll talk, but maybe Sunday or Monday. But we'll figure it out. But thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next episode.